Good. Ladies and gentlemen, existing and future Rail Baltica family members, it's a pleasure to meet you all, still virtually, but still happy to see you or feel you. Last time we met in November last year in the Rail Baltica Industry Days, an event of extraordinary interest also from you, with more than 3,000 participants from 35 countries. And at the end of the year, we also conducted a survey that confirmed and indicated a very strong expectation from the industry members to have regular updates dedicated to the industry members from the Rail Baltica team. And therefore also glad to meet you today in the Rail Baltic Procurement Webinar of 2022. In standard, this event would allow us to look at the progress within the project in the first quarter, look at the priorities of this year, including in particular of the procurement field. At the same time, we unfortunately, and the whole world is struck by the atrocities and the condemnable war on Ukraine that unfortunately is still taking place. And therefore, personally, I can only invite each and every of you, professionally or personally, to continue the strong support to the Ukrainian partners, people, etc. And therefore, also, in addition to the standard program, there will be also a dedicated discussion between the project partners that's included on the agenda. And I'm also honored that Madame Catherine Trautmann, the EU coordinator for the North Sea Baltic corridor, can also join us online today. On the practicalities, so to ensure this interactive cooperation, also this time there's an opportunity to use the Slido platform, so slido.com, using the hashtag Rail Baltic Procurement 2022. Nothing exciting, but fit for the purpose to ask the questions to the family of Rail Baltica representatives, and the questions and the answers will be replied at the end of each of the sessions. Today, a quite intense 3-hour webinar divided in two parts. The first one dedicated to the strategic vision and the procurement plans for 2022. And the second part, after a short technical break, dedicated to let's say, a more specific and larger procurement types, namely the consolidated procurements, as well as procurements of namely energy and control command signaling subsystems. Yes, so once again, please use the Slido actively, hashtag Rail Baltic Procurement 2022. And without taking too much time, I would like to give floor to the CEO and Chairman of the Management Board of the Rail Baltic Joint Venture, RB Rail, Mr. Agnis Driksna. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Geerts. Thank you for introduction. Indeed, good morning. Good morning from Rail Baltica family. Ladies and gentlemen, current suppliers, potential suppliers, friends of Rail Baltica, colleagues. It is my pleasure to open the annual procurement webinar for Rail Baltica. Today we are coming, I would say, as always, in the unusual circumstances. Because last time we were coming during the COVID times, and now we are already in completely different world and different Europe after 24th of February. Nevertheless, project will go on. So let me give you a few strategic messages today. So first of all, with every crisis and with every challenge, as we right now are facing jointly at the individual level, at the professional level, during the states, or whether it's at a European level, supporting and fighting for democratic values, what Europe, what each of us stands for, it also are challenges for the project. But with every challenge also comes the opportunity. I just recently had a talk with my better half, my wife, and she said, I will do this one thing, and then it's going to be easier. And I was smiling inside because I know that I have said it many times to myself as well, whether in a private life or in a business. But those challenges which are coming, it's not whether they are easy or hard. It's whether we are prepared and committed to face them with a proper dedication, with a proper knowledge and commitment. And here we can see that this war in Ukraine also shows the strategic importance for Rail Baltica project, and also brings closer project partners and shows Baltic unity and European values across the project what we are delivering. We are facing uncertainties, and when we are facing uncertainties, it can be faced only together between the project implementers, between the Baltic states, European Union, and our suppliers. And within this aspect of geopolitical situation, it's not only important to build the Rail Baltica as a fast railway, but it's also important to build Rail Baltica fast. And as soon as we can, put also into operations the corridor in a different way, so that we can see how we are moving forward. And last but not least, when we speak about the success, my experience and also kind of company's motto shows that there are 3 Ps. First of all, it's a people, because we are building railway and we are building economic corridor for the people, by the people. Secondly, it's a purpose. Whatever we do in life or in a project, we need to have a very precise purpose why we are doing that. In order to achieve the purpose, we need to be professional and treat our partners and our friends in a professional manner, bringing them best information. And on the screen, you see that we are speaking, and today I'm speaking about the 4 Ps. And 4th P is a passion, because this is called life. Whatever you do in a life, you need to do it with a passion. Otherwise, I mean, it's going to fail. Because if you are passionate for things, passionate for the purpose, passionate to work with the people, you have no luxury or no opportunity to fail. So in other words, passion is a driving force which brings us closer to the result. As Dirk said last time when we met, it was at the end of 2021. So let me identify a few of the elements, what has happened during the last 4 or 5 months. First of all, we are moving forward with the detailed technical designs in all 650 kilometers, and also have started an ongoing construction activities in all 3 Baltic capitals and Baltic states. Secondly, last time we were proud and mentioning that we have a long-term contract with our energy kind of electrification consultant. Today, I can say that we have signed also this long-term contract and relationship with a command control and signaling kind of partner. Secondly, several crucial procurements have been launched, because it's all about the procurements today. First of all, Kaunas-Vilnius procurement is launched already, and we are preparing to launch also from Kaunas to Polish border. Then the contract has signed been in Lithuania for the bridge Neris, which is the longest bridge in the Rail Baltica section in the 3 countries. Also, the procurements have been launched in Estonia for Ülemiste passenger station, which will be one of the international stations of Rail Baltica. And also very important procurement in Latvia has been launched, and right now we are preparing for the 2nd stage. It's a construction procurement for the main line from the north to south. And last but not least, we are continuing to applying for the financing, and already now we can see that under this MFF, Latvia and Lithuania has received financing under the military mobility, and we are expecting shortly financing under the first CEF call and preparing to launch for the next. Overall, what we're going to speak today about the procurements, we will see that in 2022, Rail Baltica is planning to launch the procurements exceeding 2 billion euros. To continue, as I said, these are uncertain times, and I think that everybody understands that. So if you look from our partners, then the key element here is to build those strong and long-term relationships. Today, in the Rail Baltica, we see that we have more than 150 active contracts among 3 Baltic countries. We see that there are over 200 Baltic companies which are involved, and 50 international, and the number is growing by the day. Overall signed amount of the contracts is more than 900 million euros. So what we are focusing on? We are focusing on building these long-term strategic relationships and partnerships with our suppliers. We are looking at the agile and flexible implementation of the procurements and the contracts, so that we can adapt to ever-changing situation globally and regionally. And above all, we are always encouraging our partners and ourselves to work together in order to bring those democratic values for all people, and considering the war in Ukraine, that this is becoming more and more important. And to complete my presentation, I would like to say only a few things about the strategic priorities for next 3 years. The good thing is that considering all what is going on, they still have not changed. So first priority, what we see, is building maturity for the mainline construction. And that means we are completing the detailed technical designs, moving forward with the land acquisition, construction activities, so that we are fully on the construction level by the end of 2024. Secondly, it's of course delivering of ambitious programs for electrification and signaling. Right now, we have in place consultants which are helping us to develop the strategies and coordinate the implementation of these two substantial elements and systems, and we are moving for the procurements in both of them. Then the third, what is important element, is that we are speaking about one common project. Yes, it's implemented directly in 3 countries, plus Poland and Finland, but at the end of the day, we're speaking about one common project, and we need to standardize, support, and check compliance. So at the end of the day, irrespectively of who is the contracting authority or in which country, which supplier is kind of delivering the result, we are working within one system as a one team. And above all, of course, the railway is not the end game. The railway is just the beginning. So in a parallel, we need to develop this economical corridor and ensure that our people, our businesses are connected within the Baltics and between the EU. So therefore, this is something that we need to achieve in ever-changing environment what we have. So agile approach towards any challenge what may come. And at the end of the day, I would like to conclude with a very simple thing, that whatever we do in life, whatever we do in project, sometimes it is important to reach the goal irrespectively of a way you do that. I will explain what I mean by that. So when you are setting the aim for something, it's really difficult to be lost if your aim is too far away. But what is important to have smaller goals on the daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, monthly level, so that you can achieve those small aims, which all are contributing to the global end result. And in that sense, then you break this elephant in smaller pieces, and that's how you succeed. That's how you succeed on the life, and that's how you succeed also in the project. So thank you very much. Thank you all for joining, and I will give floor right now to my colleagues to go further in the details about the procurements and what to expect from Rail Baltica in 2022. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Agnis. I think it's absolutely clear on the priorities and also that the project is working closely with our partners. And I'm happy that more than 400 viewers have joined the webinar already online, in both on the Rail Baltica webpage, railbaltic.org, but also on the social platforms on LinkedIn and Facebook.